Mr. Mocha.
Yeah. Okay, go. Well, discipline and consistency for achieving your goals. Very good friend of mine and teacher of mine once told me that the dance is very jealous. Okay, if you leave it for a while, maybe she won't want to have an adventure with you, which is kind of hilarious because his professor told to my professor and he told to us. But okay, to that. My name is Juan Carlos, and for 3.5 years I've been a dancer. Okay, I'm mostly focused in Latin rhythms such as salsa, merengue, bachata, cumbia, and I'm starting a new one, Mexican folklore. And while I've been in this marvelous world, I can tell you that it's impressive. Okay, but the thing is that for the choreographies, for your presentations, the more effort, the more sweat, the more pain that you put on one choreography is exactly the results that you're going to obtain. Okay, so that's the thing, and the impressive thing that mostly differentiates a good dancer from a bad one. Okay, so this one. Have you heard of this guy, Anders Ericsson? I think not most of you, but he's a U.S. psychologist that run an experiment. He's a parent of the 10,000 hours. Maybe you know that term. So, talking about this, he ran an experiment in the U.S. Musician Academy, and he searched over 30 violinists or 30 musicians that play the violin, and then he segmented them into 3 groups. Okay, the elite ones, the best ones, the better ones, the good ones, and the worst ones, the normal ones. Okay, between those 3 sectors, what do you think is the main characteristic that differentiates both the 3 of them? Someone can tell? No? That the worst ones don't even practice that much, okay? They maybe 1,000 hours, 2,000, okay? So the good ones, 4,000 hours, okay? And the elite ones, 10,000 hours, okay? Let me tell you that Anders Ericsson made this experiment with the objective of discovering what was the talent, what the secret of the natural talent of one person. What do you think he discovered with this? Okay, let me translate it to you. The natural talent, it's not in that point. It's overrated. Because if you want to be the elite ones, you have to practice, okay? And translating to dance, yeah, we don't really start being the best ones. We start being the worst one with terrible equilibrium, with terrible confidence, with terrible everything else, okay? So basically, we become the better ones by practicing day per day, and then you get there, okay? But it's not 0 to 100 in 2 days, okay? It's a process, a long and painful process. And the next one, I'm gonna tell you about another point of view. Have you heard? Well, but the thing that we could all just accept about is that we don't know the natural talent, okay? But what do we know? The discipline for make or success. Okay. Now I'm going to talk about another point of view. Have you heard this woman, Andrew Duckworth? I guess again not. Okay. Yeah. But she is the creator of the grit. Okay. The grit is a kind, you could say, a formula when you just mix the passion and the perseverance. Okay. For surviving long-term things. She ran an experiment also, but this time in the military academy at West Point. Okay, this time she had grit questionnaires that he put to a lot of cadets that were sent to one place called the Beast Barracks. It's like a competence, you could say so. And the plan is that the cadets that have the self-questionnaire of the grit, that was a clear indicator of which survive and which don't survive. Okay. The thing is that the cadets that have a lot of passion and perseverance over their workouts and the things that they do, they survive more. So it's pretty intriguing about this. Translating to dance, okay, maybe some things you are from a good mood, some things you are from a bad mood. But the thing is that you need to persevere and you need to focus, you need to find what is like the thing you're passionate about. It's just not through dance, because in either the things a workout or a job, anything is pretty successful if you persevere. Okay? The next one. Obviously, what I've been in essays, the more you focus on an essay, the more you make your effort, the more basically that you focus on is the best, and basically is the rest that you're going to obtain. So I think that's pretty intriguing for it. But some people tell to me, Juan, what if, I think that I've been consistent with that for it, but if I've been persistent, obviously it will be perfect, right? And let me tell you something, it isn't, okay? That's the sad thing about life, it is not fair, let's be honest. But the thing, maybe it won't be perfect, but you can try to. There are some things in the presentation that you cannot control. Slippery floors, lights that reflect on you and you cannot see, or I don't know, maybe things in the floor that it's been difficult for you to dance on. And the thing is that either none of the it doesn't exist the perfect scenario, okay? And let's be that clear. But the thing is that you need to focus on, you need to make a lot of your effort and work for it to be like to take the best out of it. And let me tell you that when you're on the stage, when you're giving the best of you, and the people are cheering you up, the reflex are on your head, and maybe you see all the auditorium, then you acknowledge that everything, all the effort, all the pain, all the sweat, all of it that you put in it was absolutely worth it. So I just want you to take it home to reflect on yourself. That okay, maybe on even a new stage of your life, okay? Maybe on a job, or maybe on I don't know, on some sport like basketball, football, something, and dance even, that you're gonna find people that are better than you, that they're doing the best, that they're stronger, faster, more confident than you, and you might feel worried, or you might feel sad, even sad about it. But the thing is that you need to remember the rule of the 10,000 hours, okay? You need to remember and focus your passion on your grit, for working the grit out. And let me tell you, if you persevere, if you keep if you keep your discipline, I'm gonna assure you that you're gonna success. Thank you.